Hello, I'm Rythian, and this is Newerth, and this is Ravenor. A pretty cool strength melee magic damage carry. I've been playing him a fair bit recently, and I have to say, he's pretty fun. His first ability is called Ball Lightning. You send in a slow projectile, and if it lands, it stuns. And then there's a couple of seconds before you can actually teleport to the target for an initial stun and more damage. It's pretty handy, since it can also go over cliffs and terrain. And the debuff sticks for a while, so even if you wait and walk for a bit, you can still teleport to him. The second spell is called Stormblades. It's pretty much an extra magic damage proc on your attack. It's a lot of damage, but not, it only hits one target once, so it's an AoE thing really. You'll see it to more effect here when we're surrounded by a bunch of creeps. First of all, this is the electrical feedback, which is you basically doing damage to people who attack you. You can only do it once per second, and it only hits 3 targets. But popping it will give a lot of people take damage. This all stacks into your ultimate, Power Overwhelming, which is called, which pretty much makes it so every time you damage someone with your magic spells, you attack harder and you move faster. And eventually you move really fast and you attack really hard. Just make sure you keep your spells up pretty much. Your role is as a carry, so make sure you live and you farm. Since you're a strength carry, you're generally quite tanky, and you do a lot of damage purely through magic, which is really strong, especially early game, before people bother getting magic armor. You'll be able to destroy most supports and squishies very easily. One thing you really need to worry about though is the slow movement speed of your stun. So if someone can set it up for you like that, a lot easier to hit. Generally though, if you run into someone in the forest and he's just a tempest or whatever, you'll destroy him. The double stun chain, the electrical feedback that gives them damage if they attack you, and your Stormblades just make you do a lot of damage and move really fast. Now that makes you pretty good at chasing, so it makes sense for you to get some sort of items that slow. But the biggest thing you want, of course, is a shrunken head, so that you don't get stunned or disabled as soon as you enter a fight, because then you can actually do all your damage. So if you manage to stay out of the stuns, you can just chase him down and then kill him. Other items you'd want is pretty much just more damage. My favorite is, Shrunken Head Frostwolf, and then later on maybe like a Genjuro or Frostfield Plate maybe. You want the mana. In a situation like this, you need to be sure to stay back in the beginning, because you have your stun. You don't have to be in the front lines, even though you're tanky enough to do it. You can stay in the back, and then as soon as someone else gets jumped, you toss a stun on them and you instantly blink in. It's pretty strong. Because here the fight's already started. You stun in, teleport into them, which basically doubles the length of your stun. Pop the Shrunken, so you take no damage from all their magic damage. And then just destroy. Pretty much. Choose your targets well though, you're not very fast until you start channeling up the damage. You don't want to be chasing behind. And as you can see, it's really fly slowly, so if they're on move, it's kinda hard to hit them. It's best if you have a previous stun to set them up for you. All in all though, a pretty damn good hero. And fun to play. As you can see, the stun doesn't actually work through Magic Community, but you can still teleport to someone as long as you hit someone. It only works on heroes though, it doesn't really work for just creeps or anything. This is the alt avatar you get if you buy this as early access. It's sort of a robot, he's got a flail instead of a spear. He doesn't have a tail, but he has wings. I'm not a fan, honestly. And I think his voice sucks.
My awesomeness is over 9,000.
Yeah.
Hey, being this evil and this sexy is hard work.
He just made a 9,000 joke.
Fine, do it your way.
Honestly, not the greatest. I prefer the original. But that's about it for Ravenor, so goodbye.